2004 Ford Focus inside 2.3 GTS. Talking about the throttle body, how to adjust it, clean it, and how to troubleshoot it. And the outer air control valve, the tpms sensor. On the Haynes manual for the Ford Focus, it would tell you to replace the throttle body as a unit. Do not replace the tpms sensor or clean it. Well, you got to look at the fine lines. It's an automotive business and it to make money. So replace the tpms sensor if it's not working. Clean the throttle body out. Alright? You want to clean the throttle body off. If you ever have a lot of vibration, stalling, when you put it in the gear, stalling, okay, you want to take it apart and clean it. Open up the damper in there and clean it. Alright, once you clean it, you put it back together. Alright, but before you do all that, you want to make sure your intake gasket is good, your throttle body gasket is good, your air filter is good, your box is good, your air filter box is good. Now I replaced the permanent filter in here and I put a SKP filter, and then below I removed the permanent box. And this car was breathing so good, it was running like brand new and quiet, no noise. When they had the original airbox permanent filter in there, oh man, this thing sounded like a motorbike. Okay? So, the manual and online data is not going to help you with a lot of things on this vehicle because it's outdated and Ford don't make them no more. And you cannot ask people how to work on a Ford Focus because they'll be clueless. What are you talking about? Okay? Now, like I said, the way you adjust this throttle screw is use an Allen wrench. You go halfway and get it set and pick the one that fits in that screw and adjust it. You go clockwise with it, with the engine off, do like a quarter turn. Turn the engine back on. See how the engine runs. If it's running heavy, you adjust it again till the engine's smooth out. You will know when the engine is running normal because it's getting enough air in the engine to make it run. This engine needs 4 things to make it run smooth. You need air, fuel, spark, compression. 4 things. If you don't have those 4 things, it's going to run rough because something is missing. Okay? Now, this damper here will get a hang up and will cause a lot of problems, so you have to clean it. Once you clean it, start engine back up. You can see you want to check all the gasket and everything and see how it's running. If it's running still heavy, you adjust the throttle screw, go clockwise, quarter-inch turn. Alright? You want the engine off. When you're done adjusting, turn the engine back on and keep adjusting it. You'll know when the engine is running smooth. Alright? It won't be like gasping for air. Okay? That's how we do that. The TPMS is easy to diagnose. You know you clean that throttle body out. All the throttle bodies are manual dampers, like heating and air conditioning. You're adjusting it. Alright? This could last forever. The only thing could be defective when you clean it out is that TPMS sensor. Replace it. Alright? And when you order it, it will say manual transmission. Yes, it's a manual. Okay? This is manual. All I do is send signal back to the computer to tell, hey, I'm working. Okay? It's going to say manual. It's not going to say automatic. The TPMS sensor. You can get this TPS sensor from Rock Auto, any local hardware supply store. Alright? They have it and will say manual. That's what it says. Manual. Won't say automatic. Well, it is manual. Because when you hit that gas pedal, this is manual. Alright? You're moving this throttle body. It's manual. It's spring loaded. Alright, like I said, simple. You got an out air control valve. You can verify that it's working. With the engine running, you unplug it. If it changes, different vibration level, you know it's working. Same thing with your spark plug. You do the same thing with the engine running. You unplug it. You know it's working. It's got different vibration levels. It's going to give out. Alright? Pretty simple diagnosis because back in the old days they had carburetors, they didn't have computers. Okay? And a lot of the mechanics now use computers to do everything. Okay, but if you could manually diagnose stuff without a computer, you'd be a good mechanic. Okay, your mechanically background, right? It's easy to diagnose. All right, like say you know the engine needs 4 things to run: air, fuel, spark, compression. 4 things. All right. Now I go to the junkyard a lot and pull parts and see how it is fitted, how it fitted back. That's how I get my experience. The junkyard, that's how I learn a lot of things too. If I go to the junkyard, I spend probably sometime a day just pulling stuff apart. Like the head, I'll pull it apart and see how it's fitted together. What is the easiest way if I was to pull a head out to fit it together, put all the fittings back. Okay? And you want to take your tools with you too. Because you know when you're pulling the head out, what tools you need. All right, what wrenches you need. Okay? So I'm just passing this on for people, who doesn't know. They will know how to adjust the throttle body because throttle body screw tends to get loose with vibration. Okay, now when you call support, like Cardone, they do remanufacture a lot of the throttle bodies. They will tell you, oh, we don't have no specs on how to adjust it. It comes preset. So with a tpms sense on it. I say, okay. So like I say, but if you find a mechanic who been doing with carburetor, they will tell you how to adjust it. All right, they don't rely on computers. Okay, but mechanic now these days, everything is computer, man. But if you can manually troubleshoot stuff, it's easy. All right, I share my knowledge with people, man, so they'll know. There's a lot of things on this Ford Focus that is not out there on YouTube that you have to manually figure it out. And you try to ask, like the manufacturer who making the parts now, aftermarket parts, sometimes it's incorrectly designed. And you got to actually figure out their problem and troubleshoot it. Okay? It's like that exhaust manifold gasket, they manufacture it, but manufactured different. They didn't manufacture it correctly. So I had to troubleshoot their issue and tell them, hey, I sent them pictures and everything. I said, man, it cost me a lot of time and money trying to figure out why I'm not getting secondary. Okay? And they can't answer why their product is not functioning correctly because of their mistakes. Okay? All right? So I'm just sharing this information with people. Even though you buy a part, they can't answer the question. You call them and get support, they're like, oh, we don't have nothing on that. You gotta call like the people who actually designed it. But you can't get a hold of them people. Okay, so basically you gotta use your head and figure out stuff. Not everything that computer OB2 scanner is gonna tell you. It's not. You gotta use your head and figure things out. Like nowhere you will find how to adjust this throttle body. Nowhere. But there's no one out there doing it. Okay? The Honda Odyssey, they still have it. The throttle body, just like the Ford, the 03, they have the same manual cable throttle body, same thing. Okay? So I'm just putting this information out there with people who doesn't know. They will know how to do it. All right? Later.